So to fully define sketch, we have to learn how to create relations and dimensions in sketches. So let's go to the sketch tab. Let's click on the sketch and let's create a sketch on the front plane. Now let's go to the line and let's draw a line like this. And let's click escape. Now let's click on the line, left click. Let's go here to the line properties. Here we have add relations. And here we have few options. We have horizontal, vertical, and fix. Now if we click on the horizontal, our line become horizontal. And now let's click OK. Now if we click on our line, we can see here the symbol horizontal. And now if we try to make this line vertical, it's not possible. We can only move this line and we can change the length. Now let's click on this line. We can right click on this symbol and we can delete this symbol. And now our line is not horizontal anymore. And now we can drag this point here to this position. Now let's click on the line again. And here under existing relation, let's choose vertical. Let's click OK. And now our line is vertical. Let's click here and here we have a symbol. If we want to delete this, we can delete here as we showed before, or we can go here, right click and delete like this. Now let's click on the fix and click OK. So what is this? Let's click on the line and here we have a symbol. That means that this line is fixed to this position. If you try to move this line, you can't. It's not possible. You can only change the length of this line, but you can move this line left, right, or up and down. Now let's click on this line, right click here, or right click here and delete. Let's click OK. And now our line is free. Now let's go here and let's insert another line. Let's start here. Now let's drag our mouse to the right side. And we can see here on the mouse cursor, we have the symbol of the horizontal line. And now we know if we click here that our line is horizontal. If we click on this line, we have a symbol here, horizontal. So we automatically create horizontal line. If you don't want horizontal line, we can just delete this. The same thing is, let's choose a line. If we start here and if we go along y-axis, we can create a vertical line. Now you can see as you move mouse from left to right, you can see here we have a yellow symbol of the vertical line. So let's click here. Let's click on the line and now we have a vertical line. So those are some relations that are related to the line. Now let's see some relations between lines. So let's click on this line, hold Ctrl and click on this line. So here we have some relations: horizontal, vertical, collinear, perpendicular, parallel, equal, fix. For example, let's go with perpendicular. And now we can see that those two lines are perpendicular to each other. We can right click here, delete. We can choose parallel. And now we see that those two lines are parallel. Let's right click and now let's choose equal. Let's click OK. And now those two lines have equal length. Let's click on this line, hold Ctrl and this line here. Let's delete here and let's choose collinear like this. And now we see that those two lines are collinear. Let's click OK. Now let's click here and let's delete this relation. Now let's move this line here like this. Now let's show some relations between a line and point. So we can create here coincident relation. So let's click here and OK. And now we can see that this line and this point are coincident. If you try to move this point, you can see that this point can only go along this line. Let's click on this line and we can see this is the symbol of coincident. We can right click and we can delete this. Now let's click on this line, hold Ctrl and let's click on this point. Here we have another relation, that is midpoint. Let's click on the midpoint and OK. And now this point is right in the middle of this line. If we try to move this point, it's not possible to move closer to this point or this point. It's always on the middle of this line. Now let's define some relation between 2 points. For example, here we have our origin. Let's click here, hold Ctrl and let's click on this point here. So here we have few options. We can make those 2 points horizontal, vertical, and coincident. Let's go with horizontal. And now we see that those 2 points are horizontal. Now let's delete the horizontal. Let's go to vertical. And let's click OK. And now we can see that this point and this point are vertical. Let's click on this point, hold Ctrl and this point again. Now let's make it coincident. And OK. And now we see that this point is coincident with the origin and it can't be moved. We can only change the length of this line. Now let's add a circle. So let's go here and let's click here on the circle. And let's draw a circle here, like this, and click OK. Now let's click on the circle, and here we have only one relation that is fixed, so we can fix this circle here, but this is not what we want. Now let's click on the circle, hold Ctrl and this line. So here we have few relations, and the one that's interesting is tangent. So if we click here on the tangent, now we have here the tangent relation between the circle and this line. Let's click OK. Let's click on this circle, and here is the symbol of the tangent relation. So if we move this circle up and down, it's always tangent to this line here. And now, for example, let's click on this point, hold Ctrl and this point here. Let's make those points horizontal, like this, and OK. And now if we move this circle, this line is moving also with this circle, but always tangent to this circle. Now let's click on this line here, and let's create a new line here, like this. Let's click on this point, hold Ctrl and this point here. Here we have another relation, that is merge. So we can merge those 2 points together. Let's click here, and OK. And now we have here 2 points that are merged together. Now let's go here to display delete relations. Let's click on this arrow, and here we have an option, display delete relations. So let's click on this one. And here we can see the all relations in our sketches. So we can choose here all in this sketch, or dangling, external, locked, and so on. But let's choose all in this sketch. So we can delete one by one by clicking on this relation, for example tangent, and we can delete this. Or we can go delete all. Let's click OK. Now if we move this circle, we don't have any more tangent relation. If we go here again, display delete relations, we can here add relation as well. So we can choose entities, this line and this circle, instead of holding Ctrl and selecting both entities. So we can again add a tangent relation like this and click OK. So this is how you can add relations between entities in your sketches. In the next lecture, we're going to show how we can add dimensions to our sketch to get a fully defined sketch.